Robin. And Robin's given us a background to what benchmarking currently is. And Robin also mentioned that the global well, and showed you the business tools and improvement tools project that was recently. Well, another project that we're just completing now is looking towards benchmarking up to 2030. So Robin gave a description of what benchmarking is now. What's the future for benchmarking? And this project, as you can see, was conducted by myself, Robin, and also Cole from Germany. So this background is background to the Benchmarking 2030 project. It will link to global megatrends, so benchmarking in the future in the context of the global megatrends. Then I'll give you some background from IPK for that. I'll then come back and give you a description of what the findings were so far from the Benchmarking 2030 project. Holger and Robin will give their personal views on the future of benchmarking, and then we'd like you all to hear. So this project is sort of a never-ending project. Each time we have a conference, we'll be having a discussion like this with benchmarkers and other people to find out your views on the future of benchmarking. And then I'll try to very briefly summarise that feedback. So Robin gave a description. Here's another description which is in the Benchmarking 2030 report, which is hot off the press. In fact, it's burning my fingers. It's a relentless strategic discovery process to find and learn best practices. So that's the formal benchmarking, so that you can improve and sustain that improvement. The agenda for this brief presentation is why did the Global Benchmarking Network undertake the Benchmarking 2030 project? How did we undertake it? The basic question we're asking ourselves in terms of benchmarking is whether there is a future for benchmarking. And up till now, benchmarking has been one of those improvement techniques in the 1980s. It was first initiated by Dr. Ken. So whether there is a future for benchmarking, what is the future? And how will benchmarking be conducted in future, particularly into account technologies. And then another question that the GBN was asking ourselves, what is our role? What is the Global Benchmarking Network's role if there is a future for benchmarking? As I described, the project team was Dr. Holger Cole, Dr. Robert Mann and myself. The method we used was some initial desktop research and then some input from GBN members and also benchmarkers throughout the world, a blog, roundtables, we're calling this a roundtable, similar discussions like this and getting feedback from people who are involved in benchmarking, and then the final report which will be regularly updated. So getting feedback from benchmarkers across the globe, this is the distribution of the feedback. As you can see, there's feedback there from quite a number of countries. And some of that feedback was indicating that for an organisation to be successful and sustainable, it needs to think about the future, and benchmarking can actually speed up the proliferation of best practice within that organisation, and organisations need to look to the future in the context of the megatrends. So benchmarking can help organisations react to and respond to the global megatrends so that they can be sustainable into the future. Why reinvent the wheel? Was another question or another feedback we had from benchmarkers. So someone out there has the best practice that you need to close your priority gap that Robin was talking about. Closing the improvement need that you need most. So find that best practice and also find how to implement it from a benchmarking partner so that you can rapidly improve. And the other feedback we had was don't just think about private sector in benchmarking. Also think about the public sector, but also benchmarking is also appropriate for the not-for-profit sector, which is a growing sector, particularly in terms of the health issues facing the globe and also the global disasters that we're regularly having. So the market's changing very quickly. Benchmarking can help organisations change more quickly by not reinventing the best practice, by discovering and learning the best practice from others and implementing that in your own organisation. And it helps organisations to survive. So that was the feedback we had from those many countries, in summary, from the benchmarkers. This is just a shot of the roundtable we had in Kuwait. We also had a roundtable in Dubai at our recent conference there. So we got feedback from those roundtables as well. And the feedback from the roundtables was actually taking benchmarking to a higher plane. That benchmarking should be looked as a tool to grow civilisations, to improve quality of life. So we saw how business excellence has improved the quality of life in Singapore. Benchmarking as a part of business excellence can help improve the quality of life and grow civilisations. And very much people were saying, for benchmarking to work effectively, we need to be transparent with one another. So it's a two-way street of sharing and learning between countries, between organisations. These are the contents of the report. And the report will shortly be available on the GBN website. And then the report gets into answering some of the questions. What is the future of benchmarking? Does it have a future? What is the role of the global benchmarking network? So, with that brief introduction, I'll now hand over to Oliver from Fraunhofer in Germany to talk about the global megatrends, which were the context on which the Benchmarking 2030 study was conducted. Thanks, Oliver.